Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Hunter here. It's just me today. Joe is out. He's been having a lot of fires around his house. He lives in California, so there's a lot of fires going on. So it's literally hectic around there right now. So just me today. But I told you guys I would shoot a video today on the short that I shot yesterday on the trades that we took yesterday. And I was going to do the breakdown. Before we get started, what I want you to do is like this video, subscribe. Go down to the the description below. Go to and join our free Telegram. Uh, Give us some feedback on some videos you want shot. If you want to reach us quicker and get a faster response, go to our Instagram. Follow us on our Instagram and drop a DM if you want some questions answered and things like that. So let's get started. Let me share our screen. All right. Let's go to the chart. Okay. So yesterday we got into some really great trades. Really flawless trades, right? Everything was meeting up, everything was coming together and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break to the daily time frame. Now I want you to pay attention to this is just a different account that I shoot videos on. Okay. So um now you can see that the daily has levels that we can go back to, right? So we can see that we have, levels that we can go back to, even here, right there, liquidity, right? Do we have imbalance above us? Absolutely. Do we have an order block above us? Absolutely. There's things that we can go back to. You need to be doing that on the higher time frame. Mark out your order blocks, things like that on your higher time frame, and have areas of value, points of interest that you can go back to once you start to get a bullish movement, right? So if you go to the weekly time frame, you can see that GU is at a significant low, right? Even on the month, right? So I was looking at that. I was like, cool, we should get a reaction, go back to the upside. So I started looking at the price action from last week. Um, we really just moved down last week. You can see here we started to give bullish movement. So I was looking for liquidity grab, a good stop hunt, and then we can go back up, to the upside. So as we did that, you can see here that we fell in Asia, right? This was so here's Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Okay. You can see here that on Monday we set the tone for it to go up, right? So we stopped at that high and they wasn't done. You guys know at a significant low, they're not just gonna reverse the market without getting what not they're not gonna let people have free lunches. You know what I'm saying? So once they move the market up, you can see that they stopped at this high and they turned it right. And you can see that it went past it just a tad, right? People, sellers right here, got them, smoked them, got the buyers, and then they ran the stop on it, took out the liquidity, and then they ran the move, right? So I seen that. So I was telling the people, I was like, cool, look at them engineering liquidity. So we had liquidity here on GU. Okay. Let me make this black, red. Okay. And I want to pay attention to, I've always been paying attention to these equal highs up here, but I also want to pay attention to the high they made in London. Okay. Right there. So once they broke down, even inside of here, once I broke down past as soon as we got into New York, I was like, cool, we already took in liquidity. We're outside the box. We're outside of Asian. Let's see what she does. And you can see that we broke down to the 5 minute. Okay. We've already established higher time frames. Okay. You can see that as soon as it came into New York, what was it doing? It was engineering liquidity, right? It was getting people to buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell, basically in a box. But look how right here at 7:30, the hour that I tell you about, look how they ran the price up, right? And I think this was news as well. This was news and news. Okay. They ran the price up to get people to chase it, right? And then I was telling our team, I was like, well, let's wait. There's money resting right here. Okay. There's money, right? And soon as that was taken, I said, let them take the equal highs out, let it pull back into that range, and let's look for an execution. So once it done that, you could have got an early entry right here, like I teach, the close above the 13 EMA, right? Because it grabbed liquidity and pulled back in immediately, right? But the safer entry was right here. We broke structure, okay? Where would we leave? Right leg is lower than the left leg, right? So this is a breaker, okay? ICT concept, okay? Shout out to him. He's the GOAT. But look how we left the imbalance. So price shouldn't go past this breaker, right? So an entry was right here. We had a limit order right here. If you didn't get the early entry, right? And then what were we chasing? We were chasing buy side liquidity, right? As you can see, we stung in, right? Got a flawless entry, and then we started to move our way, right? And you guys know that it's not gonna beautifully just go there. You can see here, what did it do? When it got to that high, it stopped, pulled back, and then gave us another trade, but it was outside our timing, and then wham, and shot right through, straight through that liquidity, right? So what it did here is like, oh, resistance, right? People were selling, and then they got caught, right? They ain't gonna give you a free lunch. Okay, so the whole objective is to get up here and take this liquidity and take our money. Sorry about that. And take our money, right? So that right there was a perfect setup, right? Everything met requirements. The TDI, everything. We had divergence. You know, everything about this trade was perfect. Okay, you know, we went to the higher time frame, grabbed liquidity. We seen imbalance. We got our entry. We understood where liquidity was, where we could go to, something that we could go to. Guys, you can look at trades all day long, but do you have something that it's going to go and chase, right? Trade towards the money. Let them show their hand, which this was, right? If you guys know, if you haven't watched the video, go watch it on the type 1, type 2, and type 3 patterns that we talk about. Look, I want you to understand this. Look, accumulation, right? Manipulation, right? They hit the stops high first in London, which they normally do. And then they manipulated down. They gave you a type 1 pattern, and then boom, right? It's perfect. I'm telling you, if you study this right here, this model, you will win. You will win more trades. You're going to see a dramatic change in the trade, right? So what I want you to do is exactly, I'm going to show you two more other examples, but exactly what I just showed you, okay? I want you to implement on today's trading, right? Today's trading was really good. I'll show you some trades we took. So I'm going to roll into another pair. We took gold that day as well, okay? So I want to go to the daily, and we're going to break it down again, okay? So you can see that daily has a low, right? We went to the weekly. You can see that we're at significant lows. I understand that I'm sure that this is going to be taken out, right? I'm sure that this will probably be ran through because of all of these equal lows, right? So and this is the weekly time frame, but this is what I seen, and I was okay with it, right? So I seen this imbalance, right? And then this order block here, okay? And I seen how we stung in, we left, we pulled back in to this order block, and then we left, right? So we started, as this move here, we started to break structure. We had a market structure shift, right? So we break to the 1 hour. You can see here, as when we stung back in, once we left out into London, we broke that high. So I was like, cool. And as we were pulling back, there was areas of value. There was points of interest that I was looking at, right? So you can see here that as it set the pattern in Asian, sometimes it does that, okay? And for me, I want to trade towards the money. I want to trade away from the pattern, right? You can see here in London, what did it leave? It left a footprint. It left an order block right there, okay? Perfectly. Look at the shark fin. You guys know the shark fin. Look at the imbalance, right? Everything is meeting the requirements. So let's break down even further. Okay. So we broke down to the 5-minute. Okay. And look at where we're pulled in. We can redefine that. When I say redefine, you can make the order block smaller. Look how it's perfect. Right. Now let's even go lower. And I want to show you the reason why this was perfect. Okay, so there's the order block, and here's the pattern. So we had a left leg, right? We made a neck, and then look how precisely, and look what time that is. 7:30, right? 7:30 opening price, right? Let's see. No, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. That is 13:30. This is a different broker, so I'm sorry. So this was actually equity hour. So equity hour opens up, right? And stings, takes out these little equal lows, and then we rally, right? And look, we could have taken an entry right here. It's fine, early entry. But if you want a safer entry, wait for the market shift, shift right here to break up structure. Look, boom, we break it. What do? You see this candle right here on the Zoom? See that candle right here? Look at the imbalance. So look, if I put two lines right here, let me just use this line and use this line. Okay. Look how this wick pulls into the imbalance, right? And you remember me telling you the right leg is lower than the left leg. This is a breaker. Did it need to go any further? Not really. The breaker was holding the price from coming down further, right? So once we got that, you could have had a limit order at that red line and then flawless victory. What were we chasing on that trade? You had equal highs there. You could have taken a partial there. You know that low was smoked by one little candle. Wham! Right? No free lunch. Gold doesn't give free lunches. Right? Boom. Smoke. Take your money. Get out of the trade. Look, consolidation, accumulation rose again, and then we're right back in accumulation phase. Right? That's the reason why these boxes are so important. Right? Is because, guys, when you're trading in a 3-hour box, it leaves less room for error, right? If you're trading all day, you're going to get caught. You're going to get into something that you don't need to be in. Why not be in a 3-hour of consistent over back testing everything? These sessions have consistently over the years have put out trades time and time again, right? So this is why it's important to be disciplined inside of the session. Who cares if you don't take a trade with them? Who cares? You know that there's going to be opportunities during the week, right? So let's look at one more, my favorite. Okay, so look, same thing. Let's go to the higher time frame. I want to pay attention to this right here. Let me get rid of this stuff here. Okay, as I was bringing this market down, right? We were pulling in this order block here on the daily time frame, but I also seen this one. Okay, this last candle here. Okay, I was like, cool. We could stop right there, and then and there was an imbalance range. So I was getting really close. And you guys, like I said, when it's time to reverse and get moving, and you guys know that what we're after. We're after high, eventually, right? We're after order blocks. We're after equal highs above us. We're after imbalance, things that we can go back to. So you already know if we start to move bullish, you already know where you can potentially take your trade, right? So it gives you more confidence. So we broke. When I seen this, I was like, cool. We're giving some price action to reverse. So inside of here in this order block, when I told you on the daily time frame, they'll play around when they're trying to reverse. They can grab as much as liquidity as they can, and then eventually move the market, right? So let's break down. 4-hour, right here. You can see that we really, in reality, you can see that right here. What was right here? Look at the imbalance. It literally pulls inside this imbalance and then leaves, right? It leaves. So that was really, really good, right? So let's go to the hour. I want to move back over here just to see. Okay, just to see if we have anything. Yeah, it's all in balance. There's a little order block here, right? So it's perfect. We're at a perfect area. And you can see that I want to, let me zoom in right here for a minute. Okay. All right. So look how this low, and then we accumulate, right? Look how that day right here smokes these lows out, right? So I know what they're doing. I understand what they did here. I was like, okay, they're getting people to buy here already, right? They're like, man, we just shot the market down really fast. Support, baby, support. And they created this equal low, relative equal low, for people to start to get into the market. So they can create so much liquidity below this area so they can run it and then run the market, right? That's their objective. Okay. So once I seen that day, I was like, the next day will probably be an awesome trading opportunity, right? So look how, as that low, right, created, and then they got into accumulation phase, and they hit that low one more time. Already getting people were excited about this wick, right? Wham, hit it one more time. They set the multi-day pattern here. They rose, they broke Asian, right? So I was like, cool, we might get an OTE in New York and create higher prices, right? So I seen relative equal high, okay? So let's break down the 15. So look how, same thing. Let me take because I know this is hard to see right now. Okay. Look how price, and this is inside of London, right? It left a imbalance, right? And then it has this wood block here, right? Down candle, big move up, right? And we broke this swing high here. So as we sit here, I was like, cool. We pull into that. I didn't get this initial move. And I'll show you the move that I got. Look at the shark fin, right? Shark fin. Perfect. Okay. You guys know I love my shark fins, right? So look how we created the pattern on there, right? And then what we did, we broke, right? Never really gave me, there was probably an opportunity right here. I never capitalized on it, right? So once I seen this high broken, right? Look at the high, but look what it left, right? And I seen this here. What is that, right? Once it broke down, I had a limit order right there, and it stung me in perfectly because it left this gap and let this gap, it completely filled it. I just wanted a better entry. If it didn't get me in, it didn't get me in, right? Smokes me in, and then we're off to the races. And then you have to ask yourself, what are you after? What are you after? Them relative equal highs. You know for a fact that they're gonna run right through them. They're not gonna take this money, right? So what I want you guys to do, these are the 3 trades. We took USD CAD. I'll show you USD CAD. We took USD CAD. Look perfect. Relative equal highs. I know London stopped on it. Good move. But we ran back up, created this low, right? And right there at the low of Asia. And then we ran back up to take that liquidity and we broke back down and gave an awesome impact. And we got in right here and rode this price down, right? Same thing we did today. We waited for news to happen. We broke the market down, right? We took out the high, right? We understood what? Here's a breaker right here, right? We hit the breaker. We reacted to the breaker. We hit the imbalance, and we broke down to lower time frame and sniped our entries just like I showed you, right? And boom, and we're taking out liquidity, right? Perfect, flawless trades, okay? Just like today on SPX, we did the same thing, okay? I took this move and I took out that liquidity. And as we fell into this price really, really strong, I was like, cool. They left this big imbalance candle, a bunch of imbalance candles on the lower time frame. And what they pull into, I'll show you on 5 minutes. Look at the imbalance. I can draw the fibs from swing low to swing high. And look, this is I don't have the levels on this one because I don't hardly use this account, but 70, this is probably the 79%, 70.5% retracement. Pulls into what? And balanced to the left. And then she took off. I took this move as well, right? So what I want you to do is take the method that I just showed you and take today's trades, and I want you to go in there. I want you to break down and send me some chart markups on Instagram. Go to our Instagram and send me a DM of a chart markup. Okay, I want you to do that, and I will grade it. I will grade it on the things that I just showed you. Okay, so go to do the things that I showed you, not on the trades that I showed you. I'm talking about today's trades, right? The 8th today. Okay, and break down. You can do USD CAD. You can do EU. You can do GU. You can do whatever pair that you're trading, right? And I'll grade it for you. All right. So with that, guys, I just wanted to break those trades down. These are really, really high probability trades. This is something that's going to get you consistency in the market and get you results, right? This is going to get you results on your live accounts. This is going to get results on your demo accounts. This is going to get you passive FTMO accounts. This will help you. Okay. So like I said, you guys keep keep grinding at it. Don't never quit. Because I'm telling you guys, if you keep grinding, you keep working at this, it will happen. Forex is real. Okay. So with that, guys, don't forget, go get into the free Telegram. I drop charts in there too as well. Go follow our Instagram, like and subscribe to this video, and I will catch you on the next one. Keep pipping and dipping, guys. Peace.